going to do is I'm going to spin them around, cut off a few sections, and
I've
they're
seen
about to
people
become.
use these for tomato gates.
Well, these are going to be tomato cages
All right, sell them tailgate.
in big, giant, round beds. So this is how we get them. We go to Tractor Supply. We load them in the truck.
All right, ready?
These two guys are going to bust it out. There you have it. 11 candle panels in a 6-foot bed. Who's better than you guys?
I don't think no one is.
You guys are going right on my YouTube channel. You guys cool with that?
Yes, sir.
You also, Nick?
Yes, sir.
All right, you'll be famous now.
Well, I'm Nick. He's Nate.
Nate? Okay.
Yes, sir.
In a little while, when we're done loading up all those other flower beds with the fresh compost, we're going to start making these tomato cages. I'm going to do a little video so you can see what we do. These tomato cages will last as long as I do and plenty years after that. Now these cattle panels are 16 feet long, so it's a little precarious, but we'll get there. I'm gonna have to put the camera down because this is a 2-people job. But now this one's out, we see what we're doing, and we'll just make a nice pile right there. And we'll try not to knock over Miss Karen's bird bath because she loves her little bird bath. All right. Wait, let me get in there. One more. At least we got them out. But you know how many times we're gonna have to recharge that battery to cut these? It might take a few hours. Cut one, charge the battery. Cut another one, charge the battery. You alright? Alright. Slide this one, please, a little bit, so nobody hits their foot. Slide that one into the pile. This one's sticking out. I don't want nobody to hurt their foot. There you have it. 11 more cattle panels. We'll make 11 more tomato cages, and we're going to take the extra piece off the end, and we're going to bend that, and I'll show you how we're going to work with those. I guess we're gonna nickel and dime this thing. I should have had those batteries on charge all night. Charge your batteries the night before, or you'll be in trouble. Ready? Now listen, go straight at it, not at an angle. Straight. There you go, let it rip. Again, you're horsing it. Bending it. I don't want it bent. I want you bouncing the whole thing. Go in further. It's all walking in further. There you go. Step up here. Step further forward up there. Got it? Keep going. Ready? Good morning, Vicky. How we do? Stand it up. Anthony, that's superb. Look at that bad boy. That's a super colossal lasting 25-year tomato cage if I ever did see one. And it will fit perfectly on the top of those beds. And that's how we're making our tomato cages out of cattle panels. One pot, one plant, one patio. You're never too old, you're never too sick, you're never too out of shape. Just start, it'll grow. We still have to do about 9 more of these big mamby-jamby tomato cages. I mean, you can see right here, the old tomato cages are in the middle, but they just don't do the job. When a tomato is growing properly, they will overtake those little tomato cages. Now, I put some in there last night because these plants were blowing all over like crazy. It was blowing last night. So we threw some of these small ones in there. I might leave them in there. The combination of the small ones and the big ones might do us some good. Anyway, this is what our final product looks like of these tomato cages. Now, those extra pieces, we bend them at an angle so it looks like an L, and then we stand them up in the middle, and that's what we're going to be using for the sweet potato beds, because the vines are going to be climbing everywhere. Last year they climbed over and went onto our fence. So we need to make those tomato cages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 7 more just for back here. Tomato cages. These are our custom-made tomato cages, and we utilized cattle panels. Regular tomato cages seem to work okay if you have really small tomato plants. But we also found out in last year's sweet potato crop that the sweet potatoes like to grow vines like crazy. So now, I told you earlier in the video about those pieces that we were cutting off the cattle panels. Well, except for this piece of pipe I need to reglue on here. This is one of those extra pieces. Now, I'm not that tall, so just give me a little slack here. Now, when we put this in the middle, these sweet potatoes are gonna have plenty of cage to grow on. Just want to make sure I don't stab any of the plants. Okay. I can tell you one of the benefits of using these cattle panels to make cages for our plants, the holes are big enough that you can reach in and still work on your plants, whether it's picking a tomato or picking a pepper or changing the course of a vine so it doesn't overtake another vine. But right now, look at this. The ultimate cage for growing sweet potatoes. I could take this off, put it back on. We could turn it. I can move the plants. They all got plenty of room to grow. Homemade, cattle panel, sweet potato cages, tomato cages, pepper cages, for all of your cage needs. I believe these things will last many, many years. These little cheesy ones that we buy at the store, them little round ones, we've already had some of them for 7 or 8 years now, so I can imagine this will last a good long time.